Well, happy hump day, as Virginia calls it. Hi, everybody. I'm
Yes.
Dr. Laurie Davis coming to you from beautiful Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And this is our hump day reel with that Virginia and I usually do. So, my partner over here, Virginia Clarke, and our guest today, Moe Beardwood. We decided we would bring in guests and have them tell their story and share their sandwich story. So, welcome, everybody. You want to greet people, Virginia?
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Happy hump day. Wednesday, last week of February. Where is this year going? What is going on? It's just flying by. Time is flying by. I'm so excited to have our guest today, Moe Beardwood. She is such a powerful story, and I can't wait for you all to hear it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mo, would you like to introduce yourself, where you're coming in from this morning, and maybe start us off with your sandwich story? Okay.
Sure.
All
Well,
right.
good morning or good afternoon. My name is Moe Beardwood, and I am broadcasting to you from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. My sandwich speech, I guess. I met Dr. Laurie through my dad about a year after my stepmother had passed. And we ended up doing the 21 Days to Happiness, which was amazing, by the way. A few months out later, my stepdaughter had passed away at the age of 15. Dr. Laurie had reached out to me. Since then, I have completed Reclaiming My Self-Worth, and I am also currently taking 10 Ways to Grow My Business. I will be taking the core workshop, and I am wanting to do and take as many workshops as possible. Today, I have chosen to reclaim my self-worth, learn to forgive myself, and looking forward to helping others in every way possible.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Virginia, do you want to share your sandwich speech? And then maybe I'll do one just for fun.
Absolutely.
Three parts to your sandwich speech, right? Where we were when we came on board with self-worth, then some workshops we've taken, and then what are our plans? What are we doing now with the information that we have? Over. Well done, Mo. Over to you, Virginia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mo. Yes, I am Virginia Clarke, broadcasting from Lacombe County, Alberta, Canada. I met Dr. Laurie back in February of 2021, and I was with a company. It was right in COVID, and I'm like, what if I can't work out anymore? What if I need to work from home? So I was looking for something that I could do from home. So the company I was with asked all of their members to take Dr. Laurie's 10 Ways to Grow My Business. So I met Dr. Laurie and I fell in love with self-worth. I fell in love with her mission and her vision. And I decided this was the home business that I needed to do. So I dove in head first. To reclaim my self-worth absolutely was pivotal in my healing journey. I've taken and facilitated core empowerment. I have taken 100 Shades of Entrepreneurship. I have taken Worthy Indigenous Parenting. I have done the Self-Worth University, which goes right along with self-worth. What else? I have to look at I think that's, what am I working on? And right now I am working on phase 4 of Responsible Wellness. For me, having these different types of tools, which all lead back to my self-worth in my toolbox over the years, has been such a help. When I first met Dr. Laurie, I was just a year into my sobriety. Today, I celebrate 6 years sobriety. And in the meantime, bumps, lumps, hills, situations, whatever, I handled it all. I just finished in April treatment for breast cancer, and I had people who had no idea I was even sick. I maintained that my self-worth was intact, and I was able to handle any situation that came my way. So today, I tell you, I have stepped into the role of Dr. Laurie's executive assistant. I love what we do so much. It's so important. It's so powerful. I still facilitate workshops as well. And just, I love it. It's so important to get our message out that there is another way to heal yourself. And it's so important. So thank you.
Well, you see, the longer you've been here, the longer the stories, right? Because you have more to share, right? So my self-worth journey began in 1984, 40 years ago, when I lost my first husband to 2 suicide attempts in a week, and then ultimately a period of time in a mental institution for 2 years. He lived there, and when he came out, 3 weeks later, he disappeared. And he's been on a missing persons list for 40 years. This is the anniversary, actually. And I didn't do anything at that time other than know that I could not and did not have any way to deal with that. I had no tools. I had no idea that I had no self-worth at the time. And for 7 years, I actually lied about what happened to him. I went into complete and utter denial. I'd go out with some girlfriends, and you know, guys would come up to you and say, well, are you married? Are you single? And I'd say, well, actually, I'm widowed. Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened to your husband? And I was so in denial. I lied. I told them he was killed in a car crash. I couldn't even connect to all of the stigma attached to suicide, especially 40 years ago. It's not like today mental health is talked about. There's lots of resources. There's ways to get well. But I know at that time the seed was planted, which would ultimately come into fruition years later, and is the reason I do the work. Because at that time, there was nowhere for me to go. There was nowhere for him to go. He wasn't an addict. He didn't drink. He didn't do drugs. I wasn't a battered woman. I couldn't go to a shelter. And it was like, wow. And that was my first introduction to conventional mental health care. And it scared the heck out of me. It was really invasive, and it was very archaic. It was a dinosaur then. So that was the beginning of my journey. And then when I met my husband, Ron, which would be another 8 years after that, I met Ron in 92. He just looked at me and said, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And I said, well, I would like to own and operate my own training business. Well, he said, let's do it. So in 1992, we opened our doors for business, and I started doing things like corporate training and sales training because that was my background. But I still hadn't done much work on me, and I still didn't have any self-worth. I knew how to make it look good. Like I knew how to present myself and make it look like I had tons of confidence, but I didn't have any self-worth. And so that journey began then. By 1997, 5 years into our business, I came home one day and I said to Ron, here's what I've realized. After all these years of working with people, most people are walking around like they have something wrong with them. They think there's something wrong with them, when really they're just recovering from their trauma. Number two, many people lack confidence. They don't know how to take a risk, do something different. And of course, poor communication skills. And I said to him, I'm going to do something about that. I said, not everybody needs therapy. What we need are some tools in our toolkit to be able to handle grief, to handle the trauma. No life is going to escape without it. So we're in denial if we think we can get through life without trauma. Trauma is a part of life, but it's managing that trauma that's the secret. And that's what we support people to do, is to manage that trauma and not allow it to impact who you really are and the value that you hold. So that's my sandwich speech. That's the first time I gave that. How did I do?
Amazing.
Does that explain a lot? Right?
Oh.
So Mo, I would love for you to share a few words about our first publication, because this was the first part of us that you experienced, and you and your dad bought 2 of them, one for him and one for you. So do you want to talk a little bit about that process and how that got you started on this self-worth path?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, sorry. So like I said, we took this workshop together about a year after my stepmother had passed away quite suddenly from cancer. Um, I have a pretty traumatic past, and we don't have time right now to get into that. But we decided, with everything that had taken place, that we needed to find some way to find some happiness and to enjoy life again after such a tragedy. So we didn't work together on it, but we worked independently. But we would call each other every day and talk to each other, make sure homework got done, reflect, that kind of thing. The biggest thing for me with that workshop was learning to step back and just take a minute for myself and breathe, right? And it's okay to be selfish, because if you're not, and you can't take care of yourself, then you can't help others, right? So learning to do that has made a huge difference, and being able to slow down a little bit and enjoy the finer things in life. um, Shortly after we had completed the workshop, I think it was only maybe 2 or 3 weeks after, my stepdaughter Savannah had unfortunately was hit by a car, and she did not make it. She was 15 years old when she passed away. Been struggling for months, and Dr. Laurie had reached out, and I was struggling financially as well, and decided that becoming an ambassador and a facilitator for the Southworth Missing Link family would be ideal for me. And it has helped me turn my grief and my sadness into something much more powerful, and something that I can help people with, right? Especially helping youth today that struggle with addiction. That's a big thing for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're so blessed to have you. And thank you for coming this way, because this is a great way to get started. If people don't know anything about us, or they'd like to experience who we are, just purchase your book and get started. And these are all self-directed. 21 workshops in here. 21 workshops. Like, it's
Yep.
so cost effective, right? What would
15 minutes a day.
Yeah,
15 minutes a day, downtime for yourself. Why
I
not? Make yourself a tea, have a
know,
little snacky snack,
right?
right? Do a little self-care. Why not?
Why
Right?
not?
Learn
Yeah,
to love
exactly.
yourself.
Right on. Well, that's very inspiring, and we're really blessed to have you and consider you such a valuable gift that
Thank
came to
you.
us, maybe through some tragedy, but at the same time, you're here, and that's really what matters the most. And so we're really privileged that you're with us today, too, on
Thank you.
our reel on Wednesday. So, Virginia, we've got about 2 minutes left. So, over to you, Virginia. Anything you'd like to share in reflection on welcoming Moe to the team?
Mm. I'm so excited to have Moe on our team. Her creative aspect as well just really jives with who I am. So to have a creative mind on the team as well really excites me. But it's the passion. The passion I see every time Moe speaks it gives me chills. I'm so excited to see what you do with the workshops, and I just wish you all the best. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here with you guys, and to be a part of the team and the family. This is where I belong. I
Mhm.
feel that. I know that today.
Awesome. Well, that's terrific. So on Friday, we have a special guest. We have our show coming up on Friday at 12 noon Mountain Time. And Coach E will be coming, 4 decades of helping others and coaching others. And where I'm going to interview her on Friday. So we're welcoming her. And then in March, our shows are going to shift. Our formal show, which is one a week, to Thursdays, and that will enable us to do our short reels Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we'll be bringing in our members of our Self-Worth family to talk to our viewers so that you can get to meet some of the people who've actually benefited. And I said to Virginia, it's okay for Virginia and I to talk about the programs and brag about them. But you know what? The people that we really need to do that are the people who are on the receiving end of the work that they've done. So really excited to have you today, Moe, and you're the trailblazer because you're our first, pardon the pun, our first real guest. All right. Well, let's say goodbye, everybody. Our time is up, and please enjoy. And we're streaming live right now on Laurie Davis Facebook page and also on my YouTube channel. You just search Laurie Davis Show Host, and all of our shows are there. And please just share, because maybe something Moe said today will inspire another person that you know. So let's go for it. That's amazing. And not to mention that Moe's 11-year-old son is in the youth workshops and loving it. He's a pistol. So we enjoy that.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye,
Happy
guys.